Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Popeye from FederalJack.com and Down the Rabbit Hole. I wanted to talk to you all really quick about the slippery slope that our country is finding itself on. It's going to be a short, quick video. 2-minute quick example plus my banter, and then I'll let you all go. But police task force to inspect homes without notice. It's for unpermitted residents. Unpermitted residents, huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, in Long Island, the people of this area, this city in Long Island, are upset about other residents in the city renting out rooms in their house to people that need a room, maybe only need one place, maybe a small place to stay for a short amount of time, or maybe just 6 months, a year, whatever. They're renting it out to help pay their taxes because the taxes are extremely high in that area. New York, New Jersey, that whole tri-state area, Connecticut, the whole area, taxes are high. I mean, taxes are high all over the country, but property taxes in that area are ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. So there are people that sublet a room, or maybe they rent their house out in order to help pay taxes, right? In some cases, some people were renting out their you'll hear the guy in the video complain that somebody was renting out their garage. I mean, we really don't know if that's the truth, right? It's just his word, and the news media didn't do any digging into it other than taking this guy's word for whatever he said. So we don't even know if that's a misrepresentation of the facts. But people were renting out rooms in their house, and these residents that the rooms were being rented to are not registered. What? You have to register the tenants of your house? What? Yes, you have unregistered tenants. So for the safety and security of this community, we are going to enforce a new rule. Police task force to inspect homes without notice. So they're just going to come into your house and knock on the door. Hey, we're here to do an inspection. So what happens if they come in and you're doing something that maybe they consider to be illegal, but perhaps not illegal? What happens if they think you're what happens if they think you're a terrorist? See something, say something, walk around, inspect your house? What country do we live in again? Police task force to inspect homes without notice? Warrant? Papers, please? What? Hey, let's listen.
Long Islanders have complained about illegal housing for years. Well, tonight, there is a crackdown in one community. News 12 Long Island's Elise Evans shows us where.
I pay $9,000 a year taxes, and I don't think it's fair.
Perry Esposito says the problem of illegal housing is getting worse in his Westbury neighborhood. He says at least 2 nearby homes have illegal tenants.
Someone was living in the garage. No plumbing, no proper heating. They were paying part of that person's mortgage and taxes.
After multiple complaints from residents like Perry, the village is cracking down with what it calls a new housing enforcement program. The village says there will be zero tolerance for those breaking the law. Among the changes, the village will create a housing enforcement unit and hire 2 new officers. It'll conduct inspections without notice and increase housing violation fines. It will also raise fees and toughen maintenance rules for homes owned by absentee landlords.
Oh, look at that. It will raise fees and issue fines. See, that's where the true goal of this little task force, besides coming into your house and violating your rights and looking through your stuff and perhaps taking notes of what you have in your house here or there for future reference, there's the bottom line, why they usually do anything or they pass a law. Dun dun dun. Collecting fines, aka lining their own checking accounts. You see, these people will not have a job unless they do things like this. They have to keep finding things that are illegal in order to justify their existence and their paychecks. Get it?
Not targeted to any people in particular. It's just targeted to a situation, which is landlords who are making money by victimizing people in the community and by victimizing the community as a whole.
Victimizing people in the community? Are they going out and raping the neighbors? Like, if there was a rampant problem of people renting out their houses to, I don't know, rapists and mass murderers, and said rapists and mass murderers were running around at night kidnapping children and swallowing the souls of people and murdering people and things like that, well then yes, I would agree that we need to do something about it. But how is anybody being victimized? Oh, your quote-unquote property values, and I'm doing air quotes, your property values are being victimized. But don't worry about the value of the dollar, right? I bet you love the government no matter who's in charge, and you agree that the government's great and I pay my taxes and support the troops, right? I bet you blindly follow and do whatever you're told, too. I'm being victimized because my property values. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. My property values.
This is about trying to find habitable housing for people so that they can live legally and respect property rights.
In the coming days, residents will be receiving these flyers from the village informing them about the specifics with this new housing enforcement program. Perry is hopeful this crackdown will improve his neighborhood.
I want you to think about something for a second. The judge said, well, they have to think about, people's property rights, meaning the people getting these notices should comply because, they have to think about other people's property rights. Well, what about the property rights of the people that own the property? They own that chunk of land with that house. As long as they are not renting out to some evil person, there is really no logical reason for you to stop somebody from renting a house or renting a portion of the house out. There's no good reason for it. You just don't like it. And because you don't like it, for whatever reason, you don't like it. Okay? And this is directed at the people that live there. I don't think you people understand something. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. You're sitting there crying, my property rights, my rights. You're violating someone else's rights for your own. So you want your rights not to be violated, right? You say they're being violated. You don't want them to be violated, but you're willing to violate someone else's property rights in order to, quote-unquote, secure your own. Do you understand the idiocy in that? Do you understand that at all? You're just being selfish. That's all that is. It's all about you. Oh, it's my rights. My rights are okay, but someone else's rights aren't. Oh, I see. It's all about you.
Peter could nip it in the bud now. That would be great for all of us and the value of our homes.
Elise Evans, News 12 Long Island.
If you want to report a suspected illegal rental in Westbury, we have that information for you. Just head to news12.com and click on numbers and links. And that leads us to our question of the day. Are there illegal apartments in your neighborhood? Log on to news12.com. Let us know.
Wow. Log on to news12.com. Here at the Stasi Police News Network, we'll give you information on how you can rat out your neighbor. Next is your neighbor thinking outside the box. Could be a thought terrorist, perhaps? Call the Thought Police. 1-800-THOUGHT-CRIME. Contact information available on our website at News 12. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We literally live in bizarro world and idiocracy. It's this merge of the two. Bizarro world from Superman with Bizarro Superman and all the weirdness. You mix that with Idiocracy, the movie, and that's what we live in. Literally. Quite literally. People think this is okay. It's for my safety and security, Popeye. It's cool. It's cool. Ugh. Anybody in this village in Long Island that's down with this, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And the people that aren't shouldn't be sitting there idly quiet. You should be raising holy hell about this. Seriously. Don't just sit back and accept it, because, see, that's the totalitarian tiptoe. It's creeping in ever so slowly. And when you have the big government doing it, the little petty tyrants will do it too, and that's what you have here. Little petty tyrants flexing their muscle because they're worried about their quote-unquote property values. You know, real starling human beings. Upstanding examples of humanity. Ugh. People suck. Fight for your rights, ladies and gentlemen. Do not stand and take this. Stand up, people in Long Island. This isn't right. Don't just sit there and take it. Allow these petty tyrants to do what they want. Stand up for your rights before you don't have them. Over and out.